So we'll just see what he can do.
Yeah, let's see what he can do. I just wanted to live up here.
So we have Sai Sanjay also in P3. Is 410 and Amit Kuti and Rohan Shankar in the Ferrari P4. We do have a mix of manufacturers going on right now, and that is very good to see that there are drivers that have been able to bring up all the manufacturing front. So it's just good to see. An interesting fact, interesting thing to know here is that we've got a lot of military cars here on the grid.
It is quite interesting. And just to check, so can you hear me? Because I lost connectivity a little bit before.
Yeah, I can hear you. It is a bit shaky, but that can definitely be improved later. But as Amit seems to have gone off track and invalidated his lap time, he's in the pit, so is Sai Sanjay and Arjun Maini. So let's have a look. Now my drone shot is also in the pit. Sebastian Grunert is on the lap in the Audi. You've driven the Audi a lot. You must be knowing a lot about these cars.
Yeah, I'm quite comfortable in the Audi actually, and it's very good in circuits like this, which has a lot of flowing corners and. As I say that, he goes off, but a lot of flowing corners and twisty and turning, a lot of from one to the next, and there's a lot going on. And the Audi is actually very good when it comes to a circuit like that. So I do see why once again Arjun is up there, because it's very easy to drive. Although probably not the most powerful and doesn't really have the most grunt, but it makes up for more than that through the corners. And we were watching, as you said, Amit, who had aborted his lap and gone into the pit. I just wanted to understand the game rules more, and I think even people who are watching also want to understand this. We have 4 laps in qualifying, and right now it's qualifying is over. The drivers have the opportunity of quitting from their flying lap just before they reach the finish line, and then going back to the pit and starting again, which means they do actually have the chance to do more than 4 laps.
Not exactly. When they are on the lap, they are not allowed. Once they're back in the pits, the lap still continues. So technically, the time continues running from where they stopped. So if they're on track, they stop at around 1 minute, and they go back to the pits to start a new one. It continues from 1 minute.
All right, and I think I'm really having some issues with the sound. I'm going to try and fix it in the meantime, so that you can take over from here till I get it fixed.
Yes, I will. But in the meantime, let's have Arjun Maini talk to us. So I'm just gonna ask Arjun to come up with us and talk to us as we are about to start with the formation lap. Arjun, are you here?
Yes, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. So you qualified on pole by about 3/10. What's going on in your mind?
No, I think it was on the first lap, and it was the only clean lap I did. The rest it was quite messy for me. But yeah, I think it was enough for pole. But now I just gotta make sure I pull away, because I think the Merc and the Ferrari is quicker on the straight line. So we need to see what happens down the straight into the chicane. But I just need to make a good start, and then we should be alright.
Nice. Any idea what sort of speeds are you guys even getting on with the top speed or at the end of the back straight or the finish straight?
I have not looked at it yet, but I can let you know after this race.
Definitely.
I just hope I put enough fuel.
Yeah, so yeah, so I'm gonna bring up Amit as well. I'm gonna have you guys have a conversation about lap 1. Is that fine for you?
That's fine.
That's actually a dangerous situation to put Amit and Arjun in to have a conversation.
Okay, so Amit, you're in conversation with Arjun Maini, with me and Aditya Patel. We want to know your thoughts as you guys approach turn 1 this corner.
I don't know if I got in because it says failed tech.
Alright. You need to raise your ride height. You need to raise your ride height, Amit.
I'll try.
Also, you haven't made it onto the grid?
No, because if you put race fuel, then the ride height goes lower, so it might be too low.
Okay.
Oh, that's unfortunate then.
Oh, does this mean that Amit doesn't make it to the start, then he starts from the pit?
Yeah, I believe so.
Oh no. Yeah, I can see there's an empty slot there.
But then this makes things a bit interesting, because if drivers in P3 and 4 try to get a jump start, considering there's no spot in front of them, that might even lay out some penalty maybe.
Actually, right. As long as they do maintain their position, and you can see them doing it right now. So it's Rohan and who's the Mercedes actually that we're watching over here? That's Sai. So Rohan and Sai, they do seem to be behaving themselves, so it should be fine. Oh, who's that? Arjun running into the back of the.
So Arjun is gonna be an easy win for you now. That I'm in the pit.
No, I think there's a lot of good drivers here, and I think qualifying pace doesn't mean you have good race pace. So it's going to be interesting because it's the first time we're going to be compared on high fuel runs. So let's see.
I like that answer. But anyway, so I'm gonna let you guys focus now, and we'll go back and get the other things ready.
All right.
So, yeah.
Thanks.
All the best, boys.
Thank you.
Guys.
Will it allow me to join like once you guys finish the rolling start?
Yeah,
It's
but you
still-
have to start from the back of the grid.
Yeah, like will it isn't green, it's still grayed up.
Yeah, you have to wait for the cars to go by turn 1, and I think that's when it'll be go.
Okay. Yeah, thanks.
Okay, so you guys can see the grid right now. We have Arjun Maini in P1, Amit Kuti in P2, Sai Sanjay P3, Rohan Shankar P4, Abhir Dioda P5, Sebastian Dunat in P6, Vikas Anand in P7, Ankush Yadul in P8. So that's the top 8 for today. And we've got Chetan Kurada in P9, Oshan Kothari in P8, Vishwas Sujat in P11, Vignesh in P12, Najib in P13, Chetan Sugnani in P14, Narain Karthikeyan in P15, and Arman Ibrahim in P16. So as we are now waiting for the race to start, we're just waiting for the race to start now and get away. And Arjun Maini has picked up the pace and is now on his way towards turn 1, and he seems to have gotten a good start. I think the cars behind will be having a bit more action going on in this race right now. As we are having a look at Chetan Kurada right now going through turn 1, he looks pretty clean. The cars ahead have kept it very clean, a lot clean, and a little bit of contact at the back with some cars. I think Arman Ibrahim is involved in one of that the incident. So was Narain Karthikeyan here. So we have Arman and Narain right at the back, and Amit come out of the pits right now, and he's made up 2 places. And Arman has also gone ahead of Narain Karthikeyan. So Narain Karthikeyan getting an okay start, and we have a fight going on for P4 and P5. A lot more cars going side by side at the back. Be interesting to see what goes on there. Coming into this fast right-hander, everybody seems to have kept it clean, and Amit's made up quite a lot of places, I believe, so far. He's already up into P10, so that's good to see. And in the front we have Arjun Maini just hounded by Sai Sanjay, just half a second behind. One mistake and he's right in his gearbox. So that will give Sai Sanjay a good opportunity to make a move. And Rohan Shankar in P3 also not too far behind. We have an Audi P1, Merc in the P2, and Ferrari in P3. So that's good to see that we have some variety of cars in the top in the front. But come back, we have a good fight going on for P6, 7, and 8 right now. 3 cars very close, all Mercs, and I think there was just an overtake made. Amit's already up into P9, so that's good to see. It will be a driver to keep an eye on. We could just have a look at him here. That he's not far behind from the other cars. As we now bring up the race director and have you guys see the caps or cars on the track. But now Amit Kuti is just 2 tenths behind Ankush Yadul, so we just see what he can do. And very, very important for him to make up these places if he wants to get anywhere up in the streak. But there's an incident. He's tangled with Ankush Yadul, and he's gone back in the wall and almost collecting someone else. It will be very important for him to make sure he rejoins the track safely, as there is another car coming. Luckily, it was safe enough, and he has made it through. It's important for Amit to now make sure that he does not make the same mistake again, and goes up as well. Arman Ibrahim now making a move on Najib Ahmed, going into the right-hander. It's very fast one. Najib backs up, knowing that he doesn't want to get involved in that incident here, and lets Arman through for now. In the front of the pack, we have a spinner there. I believe it was Vishwas Gujarat. And not just for Smith made a mistake. I don't know what has happened to him. He's just slowed down all of a sudden. He's getting multiple spots for now. It'll be interesting to see what he can do or what's going on with him right now. But yeah, Sebastian Brunner is also now very close to Narain Karthikeyan right in front. There's a battle between Narain Karthikeyan, Sebastian Brunner, and Najib Ahmed. It'll be interesting to see what pans out from here. And Sebastian Brunner goes for the tie. He thinks about it. He isn't able to make it up, but there's contact. Sebastian has tapped Narain Karthikeyan, and Narain Karthikeyan has gone into a spin, which means that Sebastian Brunner would be under investigation for causing an avoidable incident. As this is information from the race control. And Amit Kutti is also now trying to make places back up to 6th and behind Vikas Anand now. And we do have other drivers close by each other. We're going to see where Amit Kutti is right now. Yeah, he's right there. He is currently somewhat 5.5 seconds behind Vikas Anand. So I think it'll be interesting to see what they're doing. And there we are, Vikas Anand currently driving on screen for you guys. So you can have a look at what's going on in his home with his simulator while he's driving and trying to defend from Amit Kutti. And it'll be interesting to see what comes out of the team defending and heading towards the right left chicane. And they go. Managed to hold on to that position very well. And now heading towards the right hand there with Amit Kutti again falling behind a bit. Looking at the leaders in terms of their times and stuff, Maini has pulled away from Saison to 1.5 seconds of gap between them, and I don't think there should be any problem after that. And 1.6 seconds to Maini now, and there is some time being gained, and making notes of that will Maini to pace himself and make sure he doesn't run out of fuel. And as there's a very big battle going up in front, we almost missed that. And there's a big crash. There are 3 car pile up. There is Vishwas Gujarat who turned into the orange car of, I believe that was I'm not sure. I believe that was Jason Suriname. Yeah, the orange car was Jason Maini, and Sebastian Brunner was the passenger in that incident. But now he's very close to Amit Kutti in front of, who's right in front of him and has gained some time on him. So that's going on. So and now as we have Amit Kutti and Sebastian Brunner fighting pretty hard for going up the hill, very tricky corner. We saw the lap earlier, making sure that they are very smooth to get that section correct and not spin out over there. And has Amit Kutti done it correctly? Yes, he has. And we do have 2 drivers fighting, the Vikas Anand and Vishwas Gujarat fighting it out for P10. Has Vikas Anand pulled it on the inside? Yes, he has, and he has managed to stick it in position. So that's also good to see some battle coming up. This is not going to go away simply. And Sebastian Brunner seems to have getting got ahead of Amit Kutti. Amit Kutti is losing places all of a sudden. Amit Kutti dies on the inside of Vikas Anand that he tries to, and is coming out, and that's good to see that he's able to make the move again. He thinks of the move. Does he make the move? He put his car inside, and Vikas Anand couldn't do anything other than getting a cutback. And he has tried to get the cutback, and he hasn't managed to bring it in. But will he dive right onto the next corner is the question. He thinks about it, he pulls out, but then he brings his car back. But doing so, he does lose lots of time to Amit Kutti, and Vishwas Gujarat will also gain some time on him in that. And we've seen some great racing right now. Vishwas is just 4 tenths behind Vikas Anand at this point of time. And it'll be interesting to see what can happen from there. Vikas Anand lost out to Amit Kutti and 7 tenths behind. Amit Kutti currently 1 second behind Sebastian Brunner. So it'll be interesting to see who gains on who at this rate. And in the front, I think we've seen Arjun make a mistake. Has Arjun made a mistake? Yes, he has. He's lost out a lot of time, and he has lost out two positions as well. This puts Sai Sanjay in the first in P1 with 3.3 seconds gap to Rohan Shankar. So it was not a small mistake. It was a big mistake. You can see him flashing, Rohan Shankar trying to maybe distract him. And there's another mistake from Arjun Maini as he gets through the left-hander there. Another tricky corner, and Maini has made that mistake again. But now he's 7 tenths behind Rohan Shankar and Ferrari, and will be looking to make up some time. He's got 6.5 minutes left in this race, which means that he's got to gain at least a bit more than half a second per lap to be able to catch up to Sai Sanjay before the end of this race. But that is provided he gets past Rohan Shankar as soon as he can. And it'll be interesting to see what Arjun can keep from here. Honestly, second place looks the best for him, and this will give the championship lead to Sai Sanjay. Currently, the fastest lap of the race is with Arjun with a 1 minute 46.554, and Sai Sanjay has done a 1 minute 47.0. So Arjun is in the positive side of things right now in terms of his points with that one extra point, but the amount he's going to lose out by letting Sai Sanjay win this race is going to be huge of a difference. So it'll be interesting to see how the championship pans out, and he's not even able to keep up with Rohan Shankar as of now. I wonder if he's got some issues in the car going on, maybe something with his fuel, maybe slightly on the fuel, but we'll let time let us know that. For now, he does look like he's pushing hard, trying to get every inch out of the track. And considering that these drivers are very evenly matched in the top three in terms of the pace or consistency, it's not too bad. Further behind, we do have Sebastian's unit very close to Amit Kuti. He has been able to hold on to that position. Amit Kuti doing a 1 minute 47.009 in the race. His best lap time. With Sebastian's is a 1 minute 48.7. So again, these drivers not completely consistent, but you could see the difference in lines between Amit Kuti and Sebastian Brunner through that corner. So it just kind of shows the differences in these manufacturers, as Amit is in the Mercedes and we've got Sebastian Brunner in the Audi. You can also see that Sebastian Brunner is pushing hard to catch up to him, and as they do that, Amit Kuti is also catching up to Aman Ibrahim in front of them. So this will be an interesting battle to come. Oh my bad, that is Oshan Kothari, my bad, who seems to have made a mistake and fallen into P7. So it'll be interesting to see now what happens between these two. We did see an incident between three cars over here earlier this race, and as they head towards the third last corner, Amit thinks of the move but backside the last moment. But I think Oshan's made another mistake, and I think there's contact between him and Sebastian, but this has lost Oshan 2 places, maybe one more as Vikash Anand tries to make a move. And let's have a look. Can you see Vikash Anand? Yeah, Vikash Anand has also gone ahead of Oshan Kothari there. So that's again something that's something that Vikash Anand has gained from, and Oshan Kothari has lost. But as Oshan Kothari comes into the pits, has he lost fuel? Has he run out of fuel is my question now. It'll be interesting to see what comes out of that. He is in the pits. We do see Arjun also catching up to Rohan Shankar now, so if we have a view on him, so we can see that he is currently 6 tenths behind the pace that he had. He should be getting it. Rohan Shankar has also upped his pace. He's gone from doing a 1 minute 47.7 to a 1 minute 47.1 on the previous lap, and Arjun had done a 1 minute 46.925 on the previous lap. So Arjun is quicker than Rohan Shankar. You can see him flashing his lights again, but not close enough at this point of time to be able to make a move. 6 tenths is not a small gap, and as he goes wide again with the right hander on the exit. But you can see Sai Sanjay up in the front, making positions as Maini getting very close on that corner. I don't know, we couldn't see exactly what happened as Maini had a bit of connection lag, and we couldn't see what exactly happened. But now Arjun Maini is very, very close to Rohan Shankar on the main straight now. Just 2 tenths separate them. Does Arjun Maini have the pace to be able to make the move on the first corner? Will you have to wait for the exit of the back straight? And it's going to be a very tough overtaking opportunity at the end of the back straight. And Arjun Maini goes for the dive, and Rohan Shankar gives in the room, and Arjun Maini's made the move before they reach the exit. So now Arjun Maini is back up into P2, this allows Arjun Maini to keep up in position for this position in the championship possibly. And we're just waiting on hoping that Saisanjay doesn't make a mistake and is able to do that. But for now, it'll be very interesting to see what Arjun Maini can do from P2. How much of a gap can he close in to Saisanjay now? Oh, that's a wide screen. And Rohan Shankar is now 4 tenths behind, not too far behind. He is keeping up with Arjun Maini, so that's good to see. And as they now head towards the last lap now, so is Saisanjay gonna do, as he is currently in P1, and there you go, there you see him. He is 5 seconds ahead of Arjun Maini on track. I don't think Arjun Maini got a chance to close up this Saisanjay unless Saisanjay makes a mistake going into the last lap. But Arjun Maini has started to put a gap to Rohan Shankar in the high speed section, so that'll be interesting to see how that goes through. And as we head on to the last lap now, Arjun Maini should be in P2, finishing this race in P2. And currently now Arjun Maini getting across, coming across turn 1 to make the move.
Yeah, just cool.
And now Arjun Maini getting through, coming to the back straight, going to turn 1. We do have Saisanjay in P1 right now, and that should be interesting to see as he crosses the line. And joining me in the commentary box right now should be Dylan.
Hi Soil, how are you doing?
I'm good, how are you? I assume Aditya is having some mic issues, so we have you replacing him. We are currently on the last lap for the first race, so there it is.
Yeah, I do actually see that, and yeah, I mean, obviously Aditya is having some connection issues, so I did jump in and help where I can. But yeah, last lap, I've been watching for, I think, last couple of laps, and we've seen some good battles going between Arjun Maini.
Sounds really bad.
But now as they head coming towards the last 2 corners, Saisanjay comes home to take victory in this race. What are your thoughts on that? Now he should be leading the championship now.
Yeah, I mean, I was watching the races yesterday as well, and Saisanjay's had a pretty solid performance yesterday, and we can see that today as well. He's looking extremely strong, sprinting out there, but crossing the line first before that happens.
Hi.
Yeah, definitely. We do see Arjun Maini going into the wall, and Saisanjay, and these drivers are having a tussle of their own. But now we have Saisanjay in P1, Arjun Maini in P2. Advait Deoda finished P3. It looks like Rohan Shankar made a mistake on the last lap there, and I believe we need to change some cameras to get the correct camera angles going. There it is. So, it looks like Rohan Shankar lost out of fuel on the last lap. Rohan Shankar is out of fuel, which means Vignesh is P4, Amit P5, brilliant recovery drive after the pit lane start. Vikash Anand gets up into P7, I think. P6, Rohan Shankar P7. And we have Arman now joining us in the box. How was your race been?
Man, I mean, I was running 5th until the last lap. Yeah, but
You run out
I
of
know.
fuel as well.
I mean, unfortunately, the start is such a nightmare, and again got caught up in that, and both Narain and me spun, and then we had to claw our way back. It was good to come back to 5th, but in the end, that didn't count. I still need to find out why our qualifying laps didn't count. I'm not sure about that.
Did you have any messages for being off track? Maybe.
No, I didn't have any messages.
Okay, then there'll be something to look into post this race. But right now we are done with this session, and we do have the results coming up on your screens right now. So it has been a very tight race, and we have seen quite a lot of drivers. But Sai Sanjay being the winner out of all of this, as you can see, and something. Okay. Anyway, so we will be moving on to the next session now. But while we move on to the next session, let's have a look at a video from Chetan Korada, as he has shared it with us for his simulator, showing us a simulator. So that'll be interesting to watch. The moment we're done with this replay, I'll send it to you.
But I mean, if we look at the last couple of laps, actually, we were watching Arjun Maini for a couple of laps, and we did notice he was almost 8 seconds behind. And coming towards the end of the race, he had only 4 seconds. So I think if he had the opportunity to have more laps, he probably could have had a chance on overtaking Sai Sanjay. But with that being said, let's look at this video right now.
Okay, now I leave and come back over.
Hi, I'm Chetan Korada and I'm a professional racing driver.
Sure.
And during this lockdown, I'm participating in the UltimateE League. So today, I'm going to be running you through my setup. So let's take a look at it. So what you're seeing here is the next level racing FGT cockpit. FGT stands for Formula and GT. You can modify this cockpit the way you want it, either to a Formula seating position or a GT. And on this, I've equipped the Fanatec wheelbase version 2.5, and you could see I've also mounted the Club Sport Formula steering wheel, and I also have my CSL Elite racing wheel, which I use when I'm on touring cars. And here I have my Club Sport shifter SQ Limited edition. And coming to the pedals, it's a Fanatec V3. And I make sure I'm always running on a good monitor. So here I have the AOC, and it has 1 ms of a response rate. And here I made a best use of my old tablet. I would say it's probably more than 10 years old. And this, I'm using it as a dash. And it's not complete without a good PC. You need to have a good
really
PC.
hoping Sohail is not,
I believe I have one. So this in total is my racing sim setup.
So that was a video that kind of shows as to what kind of a lap, what kind of things these guys are running. And right now we're just joining the next session for starting race 2. So Dylan, what are your thoughts on what are you expecting from race 2 right now?
Oof. I mean, we are seeing some really close battles with the top 3, but I feel like there is a lot of carnage that I've seen coming throughout the first couple of laps. But we do see a pretty solid performance of Sai Sanjay, so we should definitely see him on top, provided he isn't spinning.
Yeah, I think we should also have a chat with our fellow drivers, Arjun Maini. Arjun, what happened in that race last time? You were in P1 and all of a sudden you lost. Something happened, right? What happened? Arjun, are you here? I believe he's driving. Arjun Maini, are you here? Can you hear me?
Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, I can. I wanted to know what happened the previous race. You were in the good lead. All of a sudden, we see you down in P3.
Did nobody else see the deer trying to cross the track?
The deer trying to cross the track?
Yeah, I tried to avoid the deer and I ended up going in the dirt and spinning.
Yeah, I see there's some banter going on there, but what actually even happened?
So, yeah, I mean, I'm still trying to experiment a bit with lines and stuff, which is a bit silly, but I was on a quick lap And 2 corners before that, I tried the dirt, and there was quite a bit of grip there. And then I tried it on that corner, and it ended up throwing me into a spin. So, and I know you know that once you lose the car in iRacing, it's quite difficult to catch.
Yeah, it is
So,
pretty difficult to catch.
Yeah.
But now, what are your thoughts into race 2? You're currently now second. I believe you should be second in the championship now, with you finishing second and Sai Sanjay finishing P1.
Well, I guess I need to win, right? There is points for fastest lap, if I'm not wrong, right?
Yeah, you did
So-
get 3 points for the fastest lap, but I still believe that I think you had a lead by 2 points coming into this round, and
Okay.
for P1 you get 25 points, and for P2 you get 18 points. But in your case, you got 19 as you had the fastest lap. So,
Okay, so I guess I need to win.
yeah, you basically need to finish out of Sai Sanjay.
All right.
How are you planning on doing that?
So I think I just need to stick to the basics, do a good quali lap, and try not to spin.
That's good. So I'm gonna let you focus now, and let you focus on the race now. So Amit, I hope you're here with me. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay. So how was your first race?
It was like really entertaining. So like in the start, I made up around 8 positions in lap 1. And coming to turn 1 in lap 2, I got taken out. So like I lost around 10 to 15 seconds. Dropped down to like P16, I think. But then the rest of the race, I just focused and did some overtakes and got back into P5. The ending was like quite dramatic.
Okay. We did see Rohan Shankar lose out on the fuel on the line, but did that help you
Yeah.
out in any positions?
Yeah, I actually overtook him on the line, I think.
Okay. So you finished P5 at the end. That's good to hear.
Yeah.
Considering that you started from the pit lane though. Yeah, so
Yeah.
that's a good race, and hope you manage to do something similar for race 2.
Yep.
Okay. Do your magic. All the best.
So what? Obviously we've had Amit on for all the PC weekends, and he's been an incredibly fast driver. You were obviously in Assetto Corsa, our first weekend. What do you think? What were your thoughts on Amit coming from then to where he is now?
Definitely he's improved as a driver for sure. He has had some real life experience with some training sessions, but that should not matter a lot because as me and Aditya discussed yesterday, it's very different on a simulator to be quick, and the complete feeling of the car that you get in real life is very different from the sim. So it's gonna take a different type of talent to be quick on both.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, like, obviously, sim racing is much. I would, in my opinion, it can. Drivers like Amit and Arjun Maini, they all have to, they have to keep the game up because you're going into different games with different physics, and they need to be quick in all of them.
Exactly. So right now we're just waiting on getting the apps running again as some of them had crashed as we ended the previous session. And we'll be waiting on making sure that this part of the stream runs with 2 people and not just 1. Arman, we have you up with us right now. What's gonna happen with you now? Any plans now? What are you planning? I believe he's on mute. Aman, can you hear us? Can you hear?
Yeah, I'm back.
Yeah. What are your plans going into this race?
Man, I had a really good first race. I mean, considering, like I told you, we got there was an incident in turn 1 and lap 1. I got involved in that. Spun around, but then came back to finish. I was running 5th actually the last lap.
So you finished 5th.
No, we didn't finish. In the end, we had a technical issue went back, the car stopped, so...
So that's bad luck. But hopefully you are able to finish this race and finish where you want to.
Yeah, I think the pace was better now. I mean, a lot of time with fun to, and yeah. So I think today, the second day, a lot better. Hopefully, let's see a qualifying. I don't know why like I said earlier, I'm going to look into why my qualifying lap didn't get counted. So I'm just going to practice now to do it and not find any. So I'll catch you guys later.
For sure. Now we leave you to practice so that you can get back in top form as you are, and all the best for the race. So for now we are about to finish practice session, and we're gonna be starting the race soon. We're just waiting on a few drivers to join us. The moment they're in the session, we will go green and take distance off the screen. Okay, so I think we're ready to go now, and I'm just gonna be in the session. So now we are going towards qualifying, and we'll be interested to see as to who comes out on top. I believe Maini would be the favorite to come out on top, considering his pace in qualifying and the race last time. And it'll be interesting to see what comes out at the end. So currently we are watching Amit Kuti come out of the pits to get onto his lap times. With 10 minutes left, and the updater told me that these guys still have 4 laps in this session. So that'll be good to see for these guys.
So Sohail, you were obviously supposed to be racing this weekend, and obviously we have seen you on a set of Corsa as well. And you have done some practicing, if I'm not wrong, on iRacing with these guys before we started the weekend. Where do you think you would have been placed in this grid if you were?
I don't think I would have been winning. Probably, definitely, I would be somewhere in the top 5 for sure. But
Right.
I'm not too sure. It'll be a good fight for the win for sure. I'm 100% sure of that.
Not going down without a fight.
Yeah, I don't think I would have been. If I had the pace, looking at what I was doing in practice, I'm not too sure about the weather conditions being very different right now. But looking at the way practice was going, I don't think. I think that it definitely could have been a fight for the lead, which may not have turned out in my favor. Right now, Amit Kuti is about to start his flying lap, and he was one of those quick drivers who I think I was expecting to have a fight with before I found out that I won't be driving this week.
Well, I'm sure eventually we shall see you on the grid, hopefully very soon, and see you fighting and commentating on you instead of the rest of the drivers as well. So definitely need to see you getting on that track and fighting for those positions. Obviously, you had a win in the first weekend in a set of Corsa. If I'm not wrong, it was in Spa. Great fight between you and Arjun.
Yeah, definitely. I wanted more of that, but I believe there's some auto droplets coming in from your end if you might want to check that. But otherwise, we're currently on a lap with Amit Kuti, and he is coming through turns number 5 and 6 and 7 here. Nice fast flowing section. So once he's like this corner, very important to get the exit right, because you don't really see the exit until you're pretty much at the exit and you start getting on throttle earlier than you see the exit. So a very tricky corner in itself, and be interesting to see where the other manufacturers get up, and be fun to see. as he's coming towards the end of his first qualifying lap, Amit Kuti. It'll be interesting to see where he pans out compared to the others. We do not know where the other drivers are on the track right now, but definitely we know that Amit Kuti is about to end his lap, so we can assume that there are going to be other drivers ending their laps as well sometime soon, namely Arjun Maini, Sai Sanjay, and Rohan Shankar will be the drivers to watch out for pole position right now. As Arjun Maini put in a blistering 1 minute 45.6 on the board for these guys to chase. Amit Kuti not too far behind in second place with 1 minute 45.8. Be interesting to see where Rohan Shankar is put up a 1 minute 46.2. Definitely, these guys have upped their pace, and so is Sai Sanjay a bit behind than expected, but with 3 more laps to go in their hands, I'm assuming they will be able to get back up in the front. And for now, Arjun Maini's put in a blistering lap time. Let's go on board with Sai Sanjay. He's just starting his second lap, so it'll be interesting to see where he comes out after this. It could be just has to gain a little bit, but of course, Arjun Maini has also gotten those 3 laps to help himself improve. And Dylan,
Yeah,
what are your thoughts?
yeah, obviously, I was just gonna say Sai Sanjay has been extremely strong since yesterday. He's gotten a first and second place and another first place today. So obviously, he's not one to mess with and one to take lightly. So we should see him have a good lap. Arjun Maini is obviously a very fast driver. We've seen that all of the weekends that he's participated in, and Arjun Maini is set his mind up for that win because he does need the win to win, and Sai Sanjay also needs to keep his game up. But yeah, let's see how it goes. And I'm pretty sure Sai Sanjay is not going down without a fight.
100%. Arjun Maini is on 145.6, which is the fastest we've seen so far. But if I remember correctly, Sai Sanjay has a potential of going faster because he had done a 1 minute 45.5.
If that's the case, Arjun Maini also needs to keep that in mind that he needs to get his pace up because there's still 4 minutes, over 4 minutes left. There's a lot of laps, a lot of time to be gained, and yeah, so Arjun Maini needs to make sure he's on that front foot. But yeah, so 145.69 is a very fast lap, and Sai Sanjay needs to gain on that. Obviously, we have seen him gain, but he is still just behind Amit actually, and just behind Arjun as well.
Yeah, it's interesting to see the gap between Sai Sanjay and Amit with just 3 thousandths of a second. So a small
Exactly.
improvement, and they can move up and down a position.
Exactly. Just the slightest difference at this point. Like that's how small the gap is. Is that just the slightest difference will make, will pretty much tell if you're ahead of Amit or you're behind.
Yeah, but the surprise driver here, the top 4 is Advait Deoda. He has up his game from the previous session.
Advait Deoda has actually been a very consistent driver, but I don't think he's had the best of luck, especially with what we call the commentator's curse, where we commentate on someone and that person goes spinning right after we say they're doing well. So yeah, anything can happen. Advait Deoda though has been quite quick. We've seen that with Assetto Corsa as well, and yeah, let's see how he does for the final race of the weekend, if I'm not wrong.
Yeah, but Narain Karthikeyan also is in P5.
Not wrong.
Yeah, but Narain Karthikeyan also is in P5.
Final race of the weekend, if I'm not wrong.
Yeah, but Narain Karthikeyan also is in P5.
I'm not wrong.
Yeah, but Narain Karthikeyan also is in P5.
obviously, great battle. Obviously, Sai Sanjay is fallen back. He's obviously, Amit has actually taken the lead. Sai Sanjay is fallen if he's not able to gain, and Arjun needs to be really consistent. Make sure he doesn't hit a deer again, because that will hurt his race.
Yeah, 100%. Rohan Shankar is also falling back a lot from the start. I believe he started P4, P5, and he's down into P10. So he's one of the big losers out of the race start.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, I'm just kind of trying to get a grasp on everything that's happening at the moment. There is quite a bit happening. We do see Anand, we're spectating Anand at the moment right now. We can see that he is in 7th at the moment. But yeah, just some incredible racing going on. I'm just enjoying what's happening right now. Obviously, we see a battle happening between Amit and Arjun. And
It's actually going on right now, and
sure.
Amit has gone ahead of Arjun. Has Arjun made a mistake again?
It seems like he has made the move. Amit is going now. He has to keep the lead. Amit has made the move out of nowhere. Unfortunately, we did miss it, but we came back just in time to see the battle go on. We can see Amit is up into 4th. Arjun, has he made a mistake? We shall find out later in the replay maybe. But we see Arjun flashing his lights right now, and we can see that he is following his slipstream at the moment.
Yeah,
but
these two
Amit is really holding his.
These two fighting Sai and Advait have a good chance to come back into this, and you can see Advait is sort of right in the back of Arjun Maini already, and Amit is trying to pull away.
And Sai Sanjay is right behind as well, so Arjun has to be sure he doesn't make a mistake, because that will put him behind with Sai Sanjay.
Yeah, 100%. Sai Sanjay is in P4. He's also under pressure from Sebastian Brunet a bit. So that will affect his driving as well. Maybe if he's looking in the mirror a lot. But as Arjun Maini also has a similar situation. He's trying to attack Amit Kudri, and at the same time trying to defend from Advait, who is also flashing at Arjun Maini.
We see, so obviously, as this great battle is going on, I do have a question for you. Do you consider the flashing a taunt rather, or do you just see it as a gesture to move off to the side?
I see it in two ways. One of them is obviously target the driver in front of you, so get out of the way. And the other one is to kind of distract them, because it probably won't affect much right now, but when the sky is a bit darker and you flash into the mirrors, it's going to flash pretty bright into their eyes. So that's probably the other way I would see it. But Arjun is got very close to Amit Kudri, and
you can see that he's flashing his lights again.
Yeah, so that's probably kind of obviously definitely could be distraction, because that might tell the driver to look more into the mirror, and
right, exactly, compared to ahead.
Yeah.
But we can see right now Amit is doing everything he can to protect his position. Advait just going a little bit wide over there, but or even a little bit too much of the curve, but he is still right behind Arjun. Arjun seems to be losing a lot on this turn, because every time we are spectating, we do see Advait right behind him on that turn. So could we see Arjun Maini losing a bit of time? Amit seems to have pulled away just a little bit, not too much, and Arjun now is under pressure with Advait, because Advait is trying to make the move on. We do see a lot of Mercedes fans, to be fair. So obviously the Mercedes seem to be very strong and have a solid pace on this track.
Yeah, and Ferrari, there's literally just one count, right, at Ferrari. We are missing out on Karthikeyan, who would have been driving a Ferrari, and me too, as I was going to be driving a Ferrari. But looking at this, there's quite a lot of mercs.
Yeah, there is a lot of Mercedes, and actually we haven't seen a lot of Mercedes on any of the weekends. So this is
I believe in
interesting.
the Corsa, I think me and maybe just one or two other drivers are the only cars who had a Mercedes on the grid.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I was gonna say. Like, there's especially on the Corsa weekend, there was a lot more Ferraris compared to Mercedes, and now it's the opposite way.
Yeah. But now looking at Sai Sanjay next time, he's doing he's not gaining much of the cars in front. He's kept this gap pretty much static at around 1.5 seconds. that he's gonna have to up his pace a bit if he wants to get anywhere near Ultimate.
I think he does. He does just. Sai Sanjay just does need to pass Arjun Maini for the win. I don't necessarily think that
Is there
Sai
an
Sanjay
incident?
needs the lead. Oh, there is an incident with Sai Sanjay. Sai Sanjay has gone around. That is very unfortunate for him. I think his race wins. As I said, the commentator's curse is always there, and Sai Sanjay has lost it.
Sai Sanjay and Sebastian Blumer a bit had an incident. I saw that we saw them being very close, so I think I was switching towards them, and the next thing I see Sai Sanjay spinning across the track.
That's a very unfortunate event for him, but Sai Sanjay is back on his feet. It seems, if I'm not wrong, if the telemetry has been updated or not, but it does say that Sai Sanjay is still in 4th place, and he's only 2 seconds behind Advait.
Yeah, they'll update at the end of this lap. So you can see the number 6 next to his name, so that's actually his current position. His name
Exactly.
will change as per the crossing of the line.
Okay, yeah, alright, so that makes more sense. But yeah, that means that Amit is still in 1st place, Arjun is in 2nd at the moment, and we see that Sebastian is actually down into 13th. That is very hard on him probably, and he needs to recover from that. But with that being said, we see Arman actually into 5th place at the moment. That has worked out in his favor, and he's back into the top 5.
Yeah, I hope he's able to finish this race now in this position. And but for now, Amit has his work cut out to make sure he doesn't make a mistake. We did see him not make a mistake at the Monza race in the first weekend with the outside Corsa game in Ferrari.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, and hold out the pressure that Arjun had to provide, but we'll see what he can do now.
Amit is just a tremendous 16-year-old guy. He is almost untouchable on this game. Unfortunately, he doesn't have the best of get times, but other than that, he is an extremely quick driver all throughout. Put him on any track in any car, and he will persevere and set his fast time. So obviously, Arjun Maini is also a really fast driver, as he is gaining on him at the moment. But yeah, with that being said, Arjun Maini does need to make sure he is setting fastest times and trying to get as close to Amit as possible. And Amit is doing a really good job of holding his lead at the moment.
Yeah, definitely. He's got with like 4.5 minutes left. I believe once they cross the line now, there should be only 3 laps remaining. So 3 laps to go. The pressure should be piling up more and more as they get closer to the end of the race. And it'll be interesting to see what happens. I would love to have a chat with these two drivers together after this race to kind of get their thoughts as to what's going on.
Yeah, for sure, and obviously that would be great to have a chat with them and see what was going on and what were they thinking going into turns, and how Amit was defending and how Arjun was trying to get past. This would see what strategy they were on to make the moves, if they make the moves, of course.
But as Arjun now tries to get close to Amit Kuti, we have Sai Sanjay right behind Arman Ibrahim, hounding him, piling up the pressure as they head towards the back straight.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, Sai Sanjay is a really good driver, and Arman needs to be extremely clean and make sure that he also keeps his lead as well. But Arman Ibrahim is under a lot of pressure from Sai Sanjay, and Sai Sanjay is obviously a quick driver, as we've seen. So obviously, we can see Arman has actually made quite a bit of progress compared to Sai Sanjay over there.
Yeah, but I think Arman has just probably lost connection over here. Because
I think he has disappeared.
We don't have any information on the board yet, but he is dropping positions, and I wonder what happened.
Spun around.
That could be possible, but he's still losing position. I hope he's not, and I hope it's gone fine for him.
I hope, I really hope that he hasn't lost his connection, because he was on for a really good result But with that being said, moving on, we see Sai Sanjay right now currently in fifth place. So obviously not the race that he wanted, but either way he is up into fifth place. And I think if we're not wrong at this point, Arjun Maini does have the championship or does have the weekend to his favor at the moment. But I'm pretty sure Arjun Maini is going to do whatever he can coming into the last couple of laps to get those points.
For sure, but a smart driver, knowing that this is the last race, and knowing that he is ahead of his championship driver and in the correct position to win the race, probably wouldn't do something erratic or go for a move that probably wasn't there. So it'll be interesting to see what Arjun does.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, Arjun Maini has it in the bag. He just needs to keep his cool right now. But let's see if he'll settle for a second place or if he'll want to go for that first place.
Yeah, I believe the fastest lap of the race is with Arjun Maini with the 1 minute 45.606 being the fastest lap that he's done. So he's pretty much quicker than the whole grid in qualifying during the race.
Yeah, I mean, Arjun Maini is a very quick driver, but it does seem like he is keeping his cool, not making any moves that would ruin his race. But either way, coming into the final couple of corners and final laps, we can see that Arjun Maini is comfortably right behind Amit. Amit does feel the pressure. He does want to get that first place because Amit obviously is a very fast driver, and I don't think Amit wants to settle for that second place as well as Arjun.
Exactly. Amit Kuti has literally nothing to lose after this race, and Arjun Maini could probably lose out on the championship, let's say, in this scenario.
Exactly. Exactly, and yeah, he does need to be extremely careful. But Amit, at the moment, coming to the last lap, looks very, very comfortably in first place at the moment. Arjun in second. Can Arjun make the move? Let us see.
Coming down to the back straight, the second straight now. I don't think Arjun is close enough to be able to make that move. Is he? No, he's not. Then I don't think he would like to take that risk from that far behind.
Yeah, but as we can see, I'm in the background right now talking with someone. But either way, yeah, Arman is actually in the race, and he did get hit, but he's in 12th place at the moment. And yeah, we can hear him in the background. Not very happy with that. But either way, Arjun Maini is right behind Amit at the moment. And oh my god, it is getting extremely, extremely close with these two. Will Arjun be able to make the move? Yeah.
Arjun is still flashing. He goes for the late move, trying to make Amit trying to put more pressure on Amit to make him go into another mistake. But Amit, keeping his calm, has not done that mistake. And if he's just got two more corners, and if he keeps it clean, he will be winning this race.
Yeah, for sure. I think Amit, yeah, as long as he doesn't make mistakes, good. And yeah, the gap seems pretty big now, and Arjun seems to have kept that first place. Amit has kept that first place, but it is now our race winner, Amit. What a great race from him. He's kept it from the start. Arjun obviously wins the championship, coming into second. Advait Deodar in third, and if I'm not wrong, this is Sai Sanjay. Yes, Sai Sanjay is coming into fourth right now. Unfortunately, Sai Sanjay got spun out and was involved in an accident. But either way, Rohan Shankar up into fifth place, finishing the race in fifth. Anand in sixth, crossing the line at the moment. And what a race it has been. Sohail, what is your thoughts on the race?
I think it was a very, very interesting and entertaining race because we had a good battle going on for the for top 5 until we saw a couple of incidents eventually pushing some of these drivers behind. But all in all, it was a very, very entertaining race, and it's definitely something that we can expect again next time.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, obviously, the weekends, these drivers are getting better and closer every weekend. Every time we have these races going on. So obviously, coming into the next weekend as well, we can see these drivers try to battle it out, and we can see some drivers we thought we would never see in the podium finish poles and podium positions. But yeah, it has been a great race. really fun racing, and it has been great to be in the commentary box with you, Sohil. It's been a pleasure. I hope everyone has a great day. We can see the championship boards right now and the finishing boards. Sohil, you can take it from here. I hope you guys have a great night.
See you Dylan later.
See ya.
We now have Arjun Maini and Amit Kutti with us in the commentary box. Can both of you, one by one, run us through the race that we just saw?
It was quite fun, no? Yeah, I mean, I made a slight mistake again in that same corner. I keep running out of road, even though I feel like I can keep it in. So this time I managed to hold it, but Amit got ahead, and then he defended really well and he held off the pressure well. I tried to do quite a late move on the last lap, but he managed to cover it off and made no mistakes. So he did a good job, and congrats to him.
You sound a bit disappointed in your voice. Is that true?
Nah, not really. I mean, of course, you make a mistake, but it's quite tricky on these sims to do it perfectly every lap. So, I mean, yeah, I made a mistake, but I only got on today for practicing this track. So I think, despite that, I've been quite good.
You had a very quick quali lap compared to, and you were not that far off in the race. So, how do you manage that?
Yeah, I think the good things I've done today is that my quali has been quite good. So I just managed to put clean laps in without cutting the chicane. The most tricky things in these quali sessions are not getting X, because even if you touch the grass, sometimes you get a track limits warning and then your lap time gets deleted. So I just focus on doing a clean lap, putting a banker in, and then improving on that, and it's managed to work.
Thank you, Arjun, and congratulations on your championship. Coming to Amit, you had another fabulous race today, and starting from P2, you were a bit off the pace in terms of the pace that Arjun Maini was doing, but you were holding on to that pressure that he was piling on again and again. How was that experience? How hard was it to keep up with him?
Yeah, so my quali wasn't that great. I made a mistake on the last corner and lost like 3 tenths, but still managed to get P3 in quali. And in the race, Sai got a bad start. He didn't put enough revs, so I took advantage of that. And I was just keeping behind Arjun, like I was just tagging along in his slipstream and just putting pressure on him, and he made a mistake in the second last corner, so took advantage of that. And then yeah, it was a lot of pressure. It's the third time he's behind me, and so yeah, it was just a lot of pressure, and just had to keep it clean and not make any mistakes to win.
Well, you did exactly that in your attempt to win this race. Congrats on winning this race, and hope you can have some better luck next time and are able to keep it up in the front. And we'll be hoping to see you there.
Yeah, thank you.
So for now, we are done with these races on this week, and be sure to tune back in later today at 9 p.m. for the GT Sport races on PlayStation 4, and we will be having another some tight battles going on there as well. But for now, it's me, Solsha, Aditya Patel, and Dylan signing out.